Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is Mo. We are going to talk about the War Within pre expansion content update notes. Going to kind of skip over all of the stuff because this has been talked about like crazy. The cool thing is we're going to get warbands tomorrow. We're going to have this one's really huge. I actually really like this. Master Riding now increases steady flight speed by 420% versus the old 310. You also learn it at level 30, and you get 220% flight speed at level 20, which is really, really good. And you can also mount up at level 10, which is cool. Druid flight form is now able to skyride. Sure, whatever. This was expected. Skywriting cliffs are no longer required for the talent tree. Yada, yada, yada. I'll go ahead and drop the link for all of this in the description below if you guys want to go ahead and start reading some of this. I'm not going to go over all the classes. I'm only going to go over the ones that I plan on playing, main one being Warrior. Dragonflight content is now the default leveling experience. Sure. I mean, that's expected. This is probably the worst racial that they... Like, what? You could have done something so much better. Diplomacy has been removed. Like, I'm gonna be honest, that was probably the only reason to play warrior humans. Like, human is literally the worst race that you can play now. Ooh, your Hearthstone is reduced by 5 and you get an additional charge. Guess what, guys? You can now, instead of every 15 minutes, it's every 10 minutes, and you could do it twice to the same one. Like, what? Sure. Whatever. They also reduced all fear, silent, sleep, stun, and interrupt visual effects have been updated with a new visual. Additionally, all movement speed slowing effects are greater than 50%. All movement speed slowing effects greater than 50% will now display a universal slow visual on the target. I wonder what this will look like. Reduce the percentage granted by avoidance and leech rating by 50%. Okay. Following. Okay, so Lichborn now grants 6 from 10. Bloodsent now grants 3 from 5. Soul Rend now grants 6 from 10. Regenerative Magic is now 2 from 3. Like, was this really needed? Like, why even make that, like, it's so little? Okay, this one's pretty big, though. 4% from 10. Hunter's Avoidance now grants 5 from 6. Like, these 1% changes, whatever. Avoidance from 3 to 5, from 5. Oh, sure. Leeching Poison now grants 3% leech. Shadow Heart now grants 2. I don't. Okay. Lifeblood now grants 4%. Leeching Strikes now grants 3% from 5. Seasonal Soldier now grants 5% avoidance from 10. Okay. Sure. There is a lot of DK changes. Let's see. Chains of Valleys now learned at level 13, so they freed up a talent point here. AMS is also freed up. It's now learned at level 14. Rune of Stone Skin Gargoyle can now be reforged on a one-handed weapon. Nobody uses one-handed weapons. A-Bomb Limb no longer grants Bone Shield, Runic Corruption, or Rhyme based on specialization. That sucks. Why? Rune of the Apocalypse has been updated. War effect damage taken increased to 4%. Was 1%, and the duration increased to 10 seconds. So you're taking increased damage? Or is this apply? I don't know. I don't know too much about DKs. I just press buttons and things die. So I'm probably like a really bad person to kind of go over any of this. There's a lot of frost changes. A lot. Let's check out the new talents real quick. Shattered Frost. When Frost Strike consumes 5 Razor. Razor Eyes stacks. It deals 65% of damage dealt to the nearby enemies. It deals reduced damage beyond a target. So this is kind of like a cleave. Pretty good for, pretty decent for Mythic Plus, I would say. Cryogenic Chamber. Each time Frost Fever deals damage, 15% of the damage is dealt. or 15% of the damage dealt is gathered into the next cast of Remorseless Winter up to 20 times. So each time Frost Fever deals damage, 15% of that is stored basically up to 20 times. So that's kind of like a nice bursty button push right there. All right. So you kind of just want to spread Frost Fever as much as possible, especially like in a PvP scenario here, I'm assuming. And then the next Remorseless Winter you cast, it just shreds everything. That's kind of cool. Also kind of an AoE talent. Arctic Assault, Consuming Kill Machine fires a glacial advance through your target. What the hell is that? Alright, sure. Smothering Offense, your auto attack damage is increased by 10%. The amount is increased for each stack of Icy Talons you have, and it can stack up to 2 additional times. Oh, that's nice. Kind of. This one might be good if you stack haste, but I could be wrong, but you might be a mastery build. So, maybe? I mean, I'm probably, if I do play Frost, I'll probably end up taking this talent. Icy Death Torrent, your auto attack critical strikes have a chance to send out a sleet of ice, dealing frost damage to enemies in front of you. Deals reduced damage beyond 8 targets. So you want crit and haste. Is that right? I don't know. Again, I'm not a Frost DK. I haven't played Frost DK since Wrath. The Long Winter, while Pillar of Frost is active, your auto attack critical strikes increasing what? While Pillar of Frost is active, your auto attack critical strikes increase its duration by 2 seconds and up to a max of 6. Okay, cool. Hyperpyrexia? Your runic power spending abilities have a chance to additionally deal 45% of the damage dealt over 5 seconds. Or 4 seconds, sorry. I don't know where I got the 5 from. Probably from here. So it turns it into a dot. Okay, another dot for you to try to maintain. Frost Scythe has been redesigned. A sweeping attack that strikes all enemies in front of you for frost damage. This attack always critically strikes, and critically strikes with frost and critical strikes with Frost Scythe deal normal damage. What? It always crits and deals normal damage. Okay, deals reduced damage beyond 5 targets. Consuming Kill Machine reduces the cooldown of Frost Scythe by 1 second. That was a 30-second cooldown on rune cost. Ice Cap is redesigned, reduces Pillar of Frost cooldown by 15. Power Rune weapon has moved to the Frost Tree. Was a class tree. What? Why would you get rid of... I don't think I really ran that for Unholy DK anyway. Rhyme is now learned at 21. Okay, was a talent. That's nice, so it frees up another spot. Breath of Cinder Ghost of damage increased by 54%, and cost per second reduced to 17 was 18. What cost? Cost of what? Your runic power? Frost Strike deal damage increased by 23, Obliterate increased by 23, Howling Blast by 23, Frost Fever, Remorseless Winter. Oh my god, these are huge damage buffs. Nice. So they're actually going to do damage now. That's good. Enduring strength increased to 20%, was 10. My god. I might actually play Frost DK. New talent, Doom Bidding. Consuming sudden doom calls upon a Magus of the Dead to assist you for 8 seconds. Isn't this one of the set bonuses? I'm pretty sure this is a set bonus and they just turn it into a talent. New talent, Raise A-Bomb, summons an abomination to attack nearby enemies, applying Festering Wound with its melee attacks and infecting all nearby enemies with Virulent Plague. 90-second cooldown, replaces Army of the Dead. So is there just no more Army of the Dead? You're just getting one giant A-Bomb? Okay, sure. New talent, Foul Infections. Your diseases deal 10% more damage and have a 5% increased chance to critically strike. Your diseases dealt deal 10% more damage and have a 5% increased chance to crit. Okay. Menacing Magus. Your Magus of the Dead Shadow Bolt now fires a volley of Shadow Bolts at up to 4 nearby enemies. Ooh. That's kind of nice. Festering Scythe. Every 20 second or 20 Festering Wound you burst empowers Festering Strikes to become a Festering Scythe for 12 seconds. Festering Scythe sweep through all enemies within 14 yards in front of you, dealing shadow damage and infecting them with 2 to 3 Festering Wounds. Ooh, that's a good AoE ability. I like that. So there's kind of like a ramp up with this one. Epidemic is now learned at 18. Outbreak is learned at 13. Sun and Doom redesigned. Your auto attacks have a 25% chance to make your next Death Coil or Epidemic cost 10 less runic power and critically strike. Additionally, your next Death Coil will burst 1 Festering Wound. So just your Death Coil is going to burst a Festering Wound, not the Epidemic as well? Okay, sure. When talent into Harbinger of Doom, Sudden Doom now displays the activation overlay images separately, left and right for each stack. Okay, that's interesting. Apocalypse cooldown reduced to 45. Ooh, this is nice. Army of the Dead cooldown reduced to 3 minutes, was 8 minutes. Okay, I'll take that. I will definitely take that. Dark Transformation cooldown reduced to 45 seconds. Ooh, so there's going to be a lot more uptime now. Apocalypse now always summons 4 ghouls regardless of wound burst. Ooh, okay. Unholy is also kind of looking juicy, I'm not going to lie. Apocalypse ghoul damage reduced by... Clawing Shadows reduced. Raise Dead ghoul damage reduced by 10. Reduced. Never mind. Everything just got reduced. There's more uptime and you're probably pressing more buttons, but... Dragonflight Season 4 class set bonuses have been updated to the Dragonflight Season 1 class set bonus. 2 set bonus, bursting a festering wound. What the hell? Why would you update the class set bonus at the end of the expansion? Demon Hunter. Oh, huge changes, guys. Huge. You just made him useless. Illuminated sigils now grant an additional charge only to Sigil of Flame. Was all sigils, and now also reduces Sigil of Flame cooldown by 5 seconds. This is dog shit. No one's gonna play Demon Hunter. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be some Demon Hunter Andes that love it, and possibly myself. Sigil of Misery now disorients the target for 15 seconds was 20. I mean, that's not too bad. That's whatever, but this is whatever. It's okay. Demon Hunters had their time to shine. They've been really, really strong since they came out. They can take a rest for an expansion or an update. Druid, I have no intention of playing Druid. There's a lot of changes, and there's a lot more qualified people to speak on. Oh my god, what? Starfire damage increased, Star Surge damage increased, Starfall damage increased, Denizen of the Dream damage increased. I don't even know what this is, but 64% is insane. Shooting Stars damage increased by 46%. 15, Stellar Flare, 20, Wild Mushrooms. Does anyone run that? 25% maybe for PvE? I don't know. Astral Power Generation reduced for the following abilities. Wrath. Oh, so they... Huh, okay, that sucks. Feral looks pretty interesting, but again, I've never really played Feral. I can't really talk on it. Evoker, or Restoration, sorry. I do like playing Resto. Tranquility, initial healing increased by 400%. Tranquility's initial heal now decreases its healing beyond 5 targets. Okay, so this kind of nerfs it in raids. Tranquility's heal over time effect is no longer increased while out of a raid environment. Okay. Rejuvenation healing increased by 60% is insane. Grove Guardian's healing reduced by 15. That kind of balances out. Wild Synthesis, Wild Growth healing reduced by 15. Okay. It just seems like they want us to cast Rejuve more. The following talents have been removed. Adaptive Swarm. Oh, I like this ability. It was cool. Unbridled Swarm. Luxuriant. Okay, I don't think I ever played this, but I did like Adaptive. Evoker. I only played Dev, and I played Prez in Season 1. I got my Devastation to 1800 really easily. Don't know anything about augmentation. A pressing roar cone radius increases 60 degrees. Ooh, okay. Pa- Panacea, is that how you say it? Is now considered a green spell and is improved by lush growth. Okay, Mastery turns learned at level 38. Fear of the Aspects is now learned at 48. Overawe has been redesigned. Now grants 30 seconds of cooldown reduction. What's cooldown reduction per enrage dispelled? Okay. Oh, okay. I like that. Okay. Spatial Paradox has moved to the class tree. Was augmentation and its cooldown increased to 3 minutes. Kind of a trade-off there. Life Cinders now upgrades Renewing Blaze to allow one friendly target. Okay, this is more of... I'm not really too concerned about any of this. Feed the Flames has been redesigned. Now causes enemies to take 20% more damage from Pyre and disintegrate if they are inside your Firestorm. What Firestorm? We get a Firestorm? I'm confused on this. Feed the Flames once again triggers a Firestorm after casting 9. Did I miss something? Scorching Embers, enemies take 20% increased damage from you. Okay, sure. Ever Burning Flame and Raging Inferno have been removed. Okay, sure. I'm going to skip Prez. I don't care about Hunter because I don't play it. Again, there are more qualified people to talk about these classes. Monk has a huge rework. Mistweaver and Windwalker. Specifically, like, holy crap, I am not reading all of this. I'm going to go ahead and, again, I'll leave the link down below. Paladin, I'm not too interested in. They will be interesting to see. There's also quite a few changes. Priest, I am interested in this. All talent trees have had many talent move locations or have had their pathing updated, just like everything else. Cauterizing Shadows, when your Shadow Word Pain or Purge, the Wicked expires or is refreshed with the last 5 seconds remaining, a nearby ally. Okay, so this is kind of like a heal. Okay, that's cool. Phantom Reach increases the range of most spells by 15%. Ooh. Most spells. What spells does it increase? Does it not? I hate when Blizzard does that. Manipulation has been redesigned, now causes you to take 1% to 2% less damage from targets affected by Shadow Word Pain, Purge the Wicked, or Holy Fire. Like, this is so minuscule. Like, does this even matter? Whatever. Power Word Life Healing increased by 15%. That's nice. Void Tendrils now root the target for 15 seconds. That's not nice. Power Word Shield and Luminous Barrier absorb values now have a 5% variance like other healing spells. What does this mean? The following talents have been removed. Mind Games moved to PvP talents. Well, okay. But do I want to waste PvP talent on this? Shattered Perceptions, Disc Priest, Rapture increases absorption of your next 3 Power Word shields by 80%, was increased by 40% in the last 8 seconds. Luminous Barrier absorbs amount increased by 400%. Wow, that's insane. Luminous Barrier now decreases its absorbed amount beyond 5 targets, which is fine. Holy Divine Hymn Healing increased by 400%. I did notice that in PvP at least, like Divine Hymn didn't really heal. Like this wasn't a like a oh shit button. It was more so like you kind of cast it off of cooldown. You don't even need to be in angel form to cast it. When you're in angel form, you want to cast as many flashes of light as possible to proc the forgot what that one ability is. It's like a one. It's an instant heal. You have like 2 charges of it. Anyways, Shadow Mindflay Insanity now deals damage every 0.5 seconds for 2 seconds versus the 0.7 for 3. So it's faster ticks. Sure, Mindfully Insanity now generates 12 insanity over its duration was 16, so slight insanity um, generation decrease, which is fine. Void Torrent damage is increased by 30%. That's nice. Shadow Crash is now a choice node with an option to have it to be cast on your target. Why would I want to cast that? Oh, okay, I see what it's saying. So, like, instead of just dropping it on an AoE area, you can now, like, if your tank is pulling something, for example, you could just go ahead and cast it on one of the targets, and it spreads to everyone that whole pack. Okay, this is actually nice. This is a good one. This is a good quality of life for Shadow Priests, in my opinion. Fixed an issue causing the range of Psychic Link not to be increased by Phantom Reach. Phantom Reach is the ability that lets you. I don't think it talks about it here. Oh, yeah, it does. New talent, Phantom Reach. Increases the range of most spells by 15%. Again, it doesn't really say what spells, so whatever. Rogue. I am not a rogue main. I'm sure Peekaboo or honestly anyone that's been playing rogue a lot longer than 15 hours can tell you if this is any good, but to me, this does not look good. Where is it at? This Kingsbane damage bonus per poison application now has a stated cap at 1,000% from 50 stacks. It was 1,980% at 99 stacks. So that's a huge nerf. Kingsbane base damage over time increased by 6%. I don't know if that's enough to counter this, but sure. The following talents have been removed: Sepsis and Venom Rush. Never used Venom Rush. Sepsis, I tried using it in PvP. I don't think it's that good. Not too big of a deal. Serrated Bone Spikes is now a passive. Instead, wait, is it still a talent though? That's a question. Because why would I want a talent into it? Serrated Bone Spike has been redesigned. Prepare a Serrated Bone Spike every 30 seconds, stacking up to 3. Rupture spends a stack to embed a Bone Spike in its target. Don't think it's going to be worth taking for PvP. Generates 1 combo point plus 1 additional per active Bone Spike, so you get a max of 3 combo points. Serrated Bone Spike initial damage reduced by 24%, and damage over time damage reduced by 9. Whatever. All ability damage increased by 15%. Sure. I don't know how this is going to play out. Like, this is something I would actually have to test and see if I like it. Improved Garrote effect duration increased to 6 seconds. That's nice. This is. It's probably going to get decreased in PvP, but this is still like. This is good. If it was. I don't know if it is decreased in PvP, honestly. This is actually kind of OP. 6 seconds of just silence. Indiscriminate Carnage effect duration reduced to 6 seconds was 10 seconds. Sure. That kind of sucks. Kingsbane damage bonus. Yeah, we read this one. Kingsbane, yep. Outlaw, don't play Outlaw. I tried it. It's, yeah, whatever. Premeditation has been redesigned after entering stealth. Your next combo point generating ability generates full combo points. This is disgusting. What? So sub is actually going to be able to lock people down a lot better. This is kind of disgusting. I don't know if I like this. Well, it's only a one-time thing, right? So, but still, like, you enter stealth and then you could just... what's the main combo builder? I haven't played sub in so long, I don't remember. That's so disgusting. All ability damage increased by 20%. Invigorating Shadow Dust now reduces cooldowns by 10 and 20%. Or 20 seconds, sorry. It was 15:30. So that's a nerf on that. Shadow Focus now reduces cost by 5%. Shadow Dance moved from the class tree to sub talent tree. Yep, Assassin. I don't think I'm going to be playing Assassination. Why is it? I mean, it kind of makes sense that it's a sub thing only, but I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. Oh well, because this just makes Outlaw like slower to play. You can't. Underhanded upper hand no longer affects slice and dice and duration. No longer grants 3 seconds of subterfuge duration. Crackshot. I I feel like they just nerfed the hell out of them. Mastery, main gosh damage increased by 24%. All ability damage increased by 20%. Ace off your sleeve now grants 4 combo from 5. This is when you shoot between the eyes and you crit, I believe, and it gives you combo points. So this is kind of a nerf. Now you have to like throw in an ambush or yeah, pretty much an ambush. Um, Shaman, don't know much, but wow, Elemental got so much love here. And then there's enhancement. This has to be a freaking joke. Like, there's no way. The following talents have been removed: Wind Fury, Focus, Insight, Refreshing Waters. Are you not gonna freaking replace it with anything? Feral Lunge is now learned at level 14, has been removed from the enhancement tree. Okay, cool. Maelstrom Weapon is now learned at level. Okay, so you got Flurry moved from class tree to enhancement tree. So dog water. What is that? What is this? Restoration. I've never played Resto. To be honest, I barely played any Shaman. Like if I log into my Shaman right now, it probably has like 2 hours max. Warlock, I'm not really interested in playing, and I don't have enough experience with any of it. I'm trying to get to the Warrior, the meat and potatoes. Let's see here. All talent trees. Yep. Okay. Honed reflexes has been redesigned. Cooldown of die by the sword. And rage regeneration. Shield wall. Pummel. Intervene. Spell reflection. And stormbolt reduced by 5%. This is nice. Okay. I don't remember what Hone did before, but I do like a reduced time on spell reflect, stormbolt, pummel, and die by the sword. That's really good. Second wind gains an additional effect while you are below 35% health. Restores 1% health every 1 second. The amount of restored increase closer you are to death. You're already pretty close to hell. It should have been 2% to begin with, and then maybe go to 3. Like 1 second, you're dead here. This is such a useless. Okay. Berserker Rage is now learned at level 12. Slime damage increased by 130%. Arm Slime damage bonus reduced to 50%. Slam's useless. Does anyone actually still use Slam? It's not even on my hotbar. Like, is this an ability that people are pressing? Is this like now a Giga Chad freaking ability that one more button to press for Warrior? Oh no. Blaze Storm damage increased by 70%. Pretty sure it did a lot to begin with. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Ravager damage decreased by 10%. I can see that. Sudden death can now stack 2 times. Ooh. Wait, wasn't it 3? Or was it only 1? I don't remember. This one I'm really happy. I'm really happy. This frees up a talent slot. Thunderclap Rage reduced by 20. Rage cost reduced by 20 from 30. It now applies Rend by default. I already have issues rage capping, so this kind of just, I'm going to be spamming Thunderclap a lot more. It now applies Rend by default if it is known. 100%. Why would you not take Rend? Rend is, well, I mean, maybe the meta shifts from something. Frothing Berserk now refunds 10% rage for arms and fury and 25 for prot. That's, I don't know. I don't remember this one either. Shockwave no longer generates rage on cast. Okay. Alright. That's fine. Champion Spear generates 10 rage. Ooh, is Champion Spear kind of... Oh, from 20. Thunderous Roar no longer generates rage on cast? What? Thunderous Roar now deals reduced damage beyond 8 targets, which is fine. The tooltip will reflect the change in a future update. Thunderous Words now causes Thunderous Roar's bleed effect to increase damage target take from all the warrior's bleed effects rather than passively increasing it all the time. This is dog shit. Excuse my French. This is so bad. Oh, nerf Thunderous Roar. Bleed builds are kind of, I'm not going to say they're useless, but like you already have trouble doing damage. Like, yeah, you do sustain damage, but I don't know if I like this. This is I would consider this a nerf. That's pretty bad. Odin Sphere now deals reduced damage beyond 8 targets. Don't care. Uproar now reduces the cooldown of Thunderous Roar by 45 seconds. Was 30 seconds. Okay. Kind of a trade off. You're able to spam Thunderous Roar more. So what does it take it down to? What is it at now? I think it's 45 seconds now. So now it's a 30-second thing that you press. That's not too bad. Okay. Kind of smooths out the rotation just a little bit. Champion's Might now causes you to deal 25% increased critical strike damage to targets chained to your spear. Ooh. Piercing Challenge now increases all damage dealt by Champion's Spear. Was only initial. Ooh. I think the spear might be coming back. The visual of Shockwave now properly matches radius. Thank God. This was pissing me off. Every time I hit it, you'd see the Shockwave literally touch them and it doesn't do anything. Both with and without Rumbling Earth talent, Impact Visual has also been updated. Thank you. This is very, very needed. Like, they should have done this couple since it came out, to be honest. The visual of Thunderous Roar has been adjusted. Ooh, okay. I'm curious to see what that looks like. Fix an issue that caused Rallying Cry to increase maximum health by 15% instead of the intended. It literally says it 15% though. It literally says it in the thing 15%. What? Why would you take this away? Brother, no. Falling talents have been removed. Titanic Throw, Sonic Boom, and Blood and Thunder. Okay, yeah, this one, yeah. Arms. Finishing blows overpowered generates 8 rage when used on a target below 35%. Ooh, okay. That's nice. Barbaric Training has been redesigned for arms. Now grants 10% damage and 10% critical damage to Slam, Cleave, and Whirlwind. Now grants 10% damage and 10% crit to Slam, Cleave. Okay, so is Slam going to be... So is Slam actually like something that I'm going to be pressing now? Storm of Swords has been redesigned. Now grants Whirlwind or Cleave a 30% chance to make your next Whirlwind or Cleave cost 100% less rage. Okay, interesting. Unhinged has been redesigned. Every other time Bladestorm or Ravager deal damage, you automatically cast a Mortal Strike at your time. Oh. So it's like every 2 hits you're casting MS? Or random nearby enemy. So it's not even like, oh, that's kind of a nerf on Unhinged. Dance of Death has been redesigned. When an enemy dies while affected by your Bladestorm, all damage you deal is increased by 5% for the remainder of Bladestorm. And for 2 seconds afterwards, when an enemy dies while affected by your Ravager, its duration is extended by 2 seconds. These effects can trigger a maximum of 3 times per use of Bladestorm or Ravager. So you're just going to be spinning in a circle. Oh, this is probably going to be good for Battlegrounds. And Mythic Plus as well. Blade Master's Torment has been redesigned. Activating Avatar grants 8 seconds of sweeping strikes. And while Avatar is active, the cooldown of Cleave is reduced by 1.5 seconds. Activating Avatar grants 8 seconds of sweeping strikes? Ooh. Ooh, okay. More Cleave damage. I like it. I like it. Storm of Swords has been redesigned. Cleave and Whirlwind have a 30% chance to make your next Cleave or Whirlwind cost 100%. Okay, don't care. All ability damage increased by 4. I like to see that. Execute damage increased. I love that. Slam increased by 20. I guess I'm going to be pressing Slam now. Cleave now replaces Whirlwind? I don't know if I like that. Because Whirlwind had a chance to reset the proc of Cleave. Cleave cooldown reduced to 4.5 seconds. Okay, alright, yeah. Cleave damage increased by 5. Overpower damage increased by 55. Rage generated from auto attack. Oh my god. Arms is actually kinda nuts. Whirlwind base rage cost reduced to 20. Whirlwind damage reduced by 33. Okay, sure. Cleave is kind of a better option than Whirlwind anyway. Because you can stack Overpower twice and then use Cleave. So This is nice. You'll actually be able to do some AoE damage. I might actually be somewhat useful aside from attack power in Mythic Plus. Ren based rage cost reduced to 20. Ignore pain, rage cost reduced to 20. Oh, beautiful. Battle Lord no longer increases damage dealt by overpower. Fervor of Battle now also triggers from Cleave. Ooh. Dreadnought no longer increases number of overpower charges. Does that mean we only get one overpower? Improved overpower increases number of over. Okay. Got it. So we can't have 3 overpowers. It's only 2. Sure. Dreadnought damage reduced by 58%. Strength of arms no longer causes overpower to generate 8 rage when used on a target below 35% health. What? Strength of the arms now also increases overpowered damage by 50. Okay, so it's a little trade-off. So instead of getting rage generation, you're getting damage. I think I might do this over the rage generation. Tactician chance to reset cooldown of overpower per rage spent reduced to 1%. Skull. I don't know if I. Sure. Valor and victories versatility bonus increased to 2%. We like to see this, especially for PvP. Skull Splitter now accelerates Ren's bleed baseline. Ooh. Okay, very nice. Again, like, oh my god, arms is looking juicy. I'm actually excited. I guess I'll be maining warrior again. Tide of Blood has been removed. Its effects have been added to Skull Splitter. Great. Reaping Swings and Hurricane. Sure. Fury, all ability damage increased by 49%. Rampage damage increased by 26. Oh my god. Warrior might actually be viable. Okay, yeah, sure. Player versus player, new solo queue, rated Battleground Blitz. Is 8 versus 8 battlegrounds at an accelerated pace that you can queue solo or duo queue as a healer. So you can have a pocket healer with you? Sure. I don't know if I agree with the whole queue with the healer thing. All arena maps now have levers players can click on to indicate they are ready for the game to start. Once all players have hit the lever, the arena will. Oh, okay, that's nice. Shadow Sight now highlights enemies that are stealth with a red outline that can be seen through walls. Ooh, beautiful. Strangulate PvP talent now overrides Asphyxiate, but its cooldown is decreased to 45 seconds with 60. Ooh, interesting. Its duration is increased to 5 seconds, was 4, and its range is increased to 20 yards. Interesting. Yeah, no one's playing Demon Hunter anymore. Or at least not this talent, because this is, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty broken. Just dispelling everything. No one's gonna be using this one magical effect. There's a lot better choices that you can pick. I seen it coming. I expected it. Don't know much about these guys. Don't know much about these guys. Oh my god, these guys got Monk got a huge rework. Rogue vanishes guaranteed stealth duration now 1.5 seconds. Base 3 seconds. Oh. Shadowy Duel now applies a screen effect, so it's more noticeable that you are inside of a duel. Okay, this is good. Because it confused the hell out of me when I wasn't able to attack or heal anything. This is a scary talent. I'm not gonna lie. New PvP talent: Electrocute. When you successfully purge a beneficial effect, the enemy suffers nature damage over 3 seconds. It's kind of good, I guess. Maybe. Let's see. Storm of Destruction has been redesigned. Now reduces healing on affected targets by 25% for 10 seconds. Was reduced the cooldown of Bladestorm and Ravager. Okay. Okay. Which makes sense because I think with the hero talents, you're going to be able to cast Bladestorm a lot more, which is fine. Dual PvP talent duration increased to 12 seconds, and its sound effect has been changed to be more noticeable. I don't think I ever ran dual. Fury, don't really care. Professions, concentration. Okay, sure. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we might get into professions this next expansion. Concentration is a resource that you have to separate. You have a separate pool of per crafting profession. Represents your ability to heavily focus on your recipes and exceed your normal capabilities. You choose when you want to concentrate using a button within the crafting window, empowering your next crafts. Doing so will cause a craft to automatically reach the next level of quality, no questions asked. Okay, interesting. Ingenuity, whatever. Anything that yeah, I've seen this in the beta. New options to replace spiders with alternative creatures. Is that really okay? Um, improve improved clarity when enchanting items. Cursor highlight. Okay, that's cool. Mount Journal now has a button called Switch Flight Style. Okay, upon learning skywriting, the skywriting talent tree is now accessible via a button within the Mount Journal. On the rated PvP screen, the button tooltips now includes information about your current rank and the specialization leaderboard. What information? Like win percentage and stuff? Dire Beast, Army of the Dead Ghouls, Magus of the Dead, various demonology, Warlock Demons, Void Tendril, blah blah blah. Nameplates are now always hidden. Thank you. Thank you, Blizzard. Thank you. Oh my god. It was so annoying. Especially going against a demo warlock. Oh my god. Them and freaking Beast Mastery hunters. Because I have the minions turned on so I could see totems. This is huge. Oh my god, thank you. The number of character macro slots has increased to 30. Woo, more macros. Yeah. Use console command to turn the feature off or on. What is this for? The camera will not allow for the player character to be more obstructed by environment before colliding and pushing the camera forward. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like this one. All right, let's quickly check the comments, see what people are saying. See you on Wednesday with long patch notes like this. It would be nice if we could expand collapse sections, especially individual classes. Don't need to for DH. I would be surprised if anyone even knew they were there at all. Holy Nova Batman. Some classes had so much change and some had like 2 to 3 changes. Gonna feel like Final Fantasy. Sure. Here's a brand new red mage and all their abilities. Have fun figuring them out. Bye. Seeing all the class changes all together like this really drives home how little DH is getting. Most classes pages and pages of notes. DH is like 20 total words about 2 nerfs. My goodness, that must feel bad. How can this be for real? I mean, but nerf DH, am I right? DHs are used to it at this point. What do you mean? DHs are so strong. Where are the blood DK tier set changes? I can see the recent time walking, or the war within beta changes to enhancement shaman class tree aren't included in the pre-patch. Can we expect this to be patched before time the war within, or will I have to wait until? That's a good question. Nerf. 5 days ago, they announced class tuning. They also announced changes to tanking. Does anyone know if these? That's a good question. Don't need to for DH. I would be surprised if anyone ever even knew. Okay. Mats that don't support skywriting will be grounded. I must have missed this in the earlier stuff. That's extra grimy. I think it's like a handful at most. Golden Discus? Disco the Red Flying Cloud? Sky Surfer? Why are they going to be grounded? Mogu Haze Blazer? Sky Surfer? Sky Surfer? Really? Okay. Yo, whoever's doing the tier set rerolling, can you make them change the Mistweaver Season 1 tier set with the removal of Essence font and it's borderline useless? Yeah, for real. Okay, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am honestly oops. I am super excited for all of these changes. A new expansion's always exciting. This is honestly the best time to get into World of Warcraft if you're thinking of trying it out. Um, I know this video is pretty long. Let's see how long. I don't even know how long I've been recording for. 45 minutes. Not going to cut a single thing. I'm just going to drop it in there. If you guys watched to the end of the video, you guys are awesome. Leave a like and comment down below saying, "Hey Goofy, I watched the whole video." Um yeah, I'm honestly really excited for this. I'm probably going to be playing Warrior, possibly Rogue, definitely playing DK, definitely playing my Priest, and definitely going to be playing Devastation Evoker. I had a lot of fun playing it in Solo Shuffle. The DK and the Warrior, I'm probably, at least for the DK, I might play Blood for the rated Battlegrounds. And then Arms looks really solid for PvP now. So I'm excited. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.